Nuzlocke mode. Basically some self-imposed rules by the Pokemon community. The mode consists of 3 major rules. Rule number 1. You can only catch the first Pokemon you see throughout the route. Rule number 2. You have to nickname every single one of your Pokemon. Rule number 3. If your Pokemon faints, it's dead. Immortality is not an option. I chose Pokemon Platinum because apparently this game is one of the hardest Pokemon game to do a Nuzlocke challenge on. My major goal in this story is to strip Cynthia of the title as the champion of Sinnoh region and claim it as my own. Doing that is no easy task, okay? Cynthia is no joke, okay? This woman is known to wipe out teams of Pokemon that are specifically caught and trained to beat her. Well, now that's all out of the way. Let us begin Knightley's Pokemon journey across the horizon. I just came up with that right now. The journey started with my neighbor Barry losing his shit over getting a new Pokemon from Professor Rowan. He's about to step into the tall grass when someone in a hyperactive voice yells, "Hold it!" Enter Professor Oak, the Sinnoh version. After getting roasted by a 60-year-old grandpa, we finally got the chance to choose our Pokemon. I chose Chimchar and named it Blaze. After partially murdering Barry's Piplup, I made my way to the next town. With the Pokeballs I got from Dawn, I caught my first Pokemon, Linda the Starly. And like that, the journey has officially begun. At Route 202, I caught Fernandez the Bidoof. After that, I met Ice with the first trainer, youngster Tristan versus Knightley. Let's see how this goes. I say that went pretty well. After that, I reached Jublip City and got a watch from this guy, which immediately shows me the wrong time. Before leaving the city, I decided to train up my Pokemons because soon there's going to be a battle. Now, you may be thinking, Knightley, how do you know that there's going to be a battle soon? Well, it's because this is my third, actually fourth attempt at Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke. After Jublip City, you're going to face against a certain individual, and during one of my runs, I lost the challenge because of that certain individual. He beat me once. Shame on him. He beat me twice. Shame on me. But I'm not gonna let that happen. At least not on camera. I was able to level up Linda to level 8, Fernandez to level 7, and Blaze is level 9. The certain individual was none other than Barry. Linda made quick work of his level 7 Starly, but when it came down to his Piplup, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Now, imagine the same situation without me training. Yeah, Linda once again came in clutch, and like that we attained another victory against my rival Barry. At Route 203, I caught a Shins. And let me tell you, okay, he was such a cute little man. I mean, just look at him. Just look at his face. How can you not fall for such cuddly cute face? So I had to come up with a name that will suit his cute nature. So I named him Da Vinci II. I fought some trainers, and in Orfurg, oh my, by the beard of Jesus Christ, where do these guys even get these names from, man? At Orfurg Cave, I got an HM from this guy. Outside of the cave, I reached Orfurg City. Okay, the gym leader in this city uses rock types Pokemon. Rock is weak against water, grass, fighting, and paper. I don't have any of them. But you see, Blaze is a Chimchar. His next evolution form is Monferno. And when Monferno evolves, it learns the move Mach Punch. So that's what I did. In the mines, I caught this Zubat as well. I named him Martin F22. Anyway, in the mines, I trained a Blaze, and my man C learned, he evolved and also learned Mach Punch. I also trained my other Pokemons as well, even though they are sort of useless in this gym. But just because my other Pokemons are useless in this gym, doesn't mean they are useless in the future. At this point, 𝓢𝓞𝓒 is level 12, Blaze 14, Linda 12, Martin F22 is 12, and Fernandez. I genuinely hope it's enough. Not gonna lie, I was definitely pretty nervous taking on this gym. And it didn't help when Blaze's Mach Punch couldn't even get the HP of this random trainer's Geodude in the red. For some reason, I'm feeling a slight pain in my stomach. After taking down all the trainers, it was finally time for the gym battle. I took down his level 12 Geodude with ease, but his Onyx... Oh my god, are you serious? But it's alright, I still won. Now, for the final boss. Like that, ladies and gentlemen, Knightley has won his first badge. Suddenly, the world just feels much brighter and calmer. Anyway, back at Jubilife City, I saw two mysterious people harassing a young lady and her grandpa. Professor Mustache destroyed them mentally. My goodness, you call yourself adults? You kids don't grow up to be like these sorry specimens. Anyway, me and Dawn defeated the grunts, almost losing Linda in the process. Anyway, at Route 204 in the grass, I tried to catch this Rumble, but I failed, like always. Anyway, at level 14, Linda also evolved. You know, for Nuzlocke mode, everything is going pretty good. So you know what that means, right? No! It wasn't even a crit! It wasn't even a crit! There it is. There it is. The first death of the journey. I had so many plans for Martin, but now it's all over for him. Thank you, Martin. Thank you for everything, my friend. Life is a bitch. We just have to deal with it. At Route 205, I met this girl who was worried because some people dressed like spacemen came and stole her father. At Valley Windworks, inside of the research center, I fought a bunch of grunts and their boss, Mars. Mars is like one of those bosses in game who, if you want, only if you want, you can fight. But the thing is, Mars has a Purugly, and that thing is like a walking truck carrying an elephant on its back. But I didn't care. Blaze is with me, and she's going down, which is exactly what happened. Moving forward, I was forced into a battle with this aroma lady Elizabeth. Before I go further, let me tell you something. In the Pokemon universe, there's a move by the name of Rollout. When you command your Pokemon to do this move, your Pokemon is dead set on doing this move until either you faint or your opponent faint. And when your Pokemon is locked in on using this move, you cannot do anything. You can't use healing items, you cannot change your Pokemon, you cannot run, nothing. Your Pokemon is dead set on finishing your opponent with that move. Now, why am I telling you this? Just watch. Oh no. 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 No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Please. Miss. Please, miss. No. 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 No, 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 no. No. Fernandez, no. I lost Martin. Now, Fernandez, one of the first Pokemon I caught. I lost Martin because I wasn't paying attention. And I lost Fernandez because I didn't think this through. Linda killed the flower, but the damage was already done. With a heavy heart, I moved forward. At Eterna Forest, while helping this lady by the name... Yeah, there's no way I'm pronouncing that name. I might end up saying something really offensive. I caught Gabriel the Badu. I reached Eterna City, and at Route 211, I caught Meditite and named him Adonis. And then left him in the PC for all of eternity. Maybe. On my way to the gym, I suddenly felt a slight disturbance in the force. Cynthia, one of the strongest Pokemon champion out there, was standing in front of me. She said something, but I genuinely couldn't notice what she was saying because the freaking champion of Sinnoh region was standing in front of me. At that precise moment, after Cynthia left, I made a promise to myself. Cynthia, I will beat you, and I surely will claim the name as the champion to myself. After meeting Cynthia, I decided to train up my Pokemons. Blaze grew to level 22, Da Vinci grew to level 19, and Gabriel also grew to level 19. I was able to sweep Gardenia's Pokemon with minimum effort, thus obtaining my second badge of the journey. After that, I took down Commander Jupiter with ease because she is absolutely weak. I also got a free buy from the cycle shop. But even after all of this, the death of my friend still left a crater in my heart. So, it was time to fill that crater with a new Giga Chad of a Pokemon. There is a saying, God helps those who have overcome great pain. And today, I learned it was true. The first Pokemon I find in this cave was the one I was looking for. But one question remained. Was I able to catch him? And like that, ladies and gentlemen, I officially have one of the strongest Pokemon on this journey. I truly hope nothing bad happens to him. I named him 𝓢𝓞𝓒𝓘𝓐𝓛, and you know what? I was feeling pretty good. At Orberg City, the egg I got from Cynthia hatched, and David the Togepi was born. Okay, not gonna lie, I was genuinely too lazy to level up David. I mean, come on, man. Who needs such a weak and level 1 Pokemon anyways? In the patch of grass right before 𝓢𝓐𝓐𝓛𝓢 City, I came across a Rouse. But as you can see, it's a male. So yeah, at 𝓢𝓐𝓐𝓛𝓢 City, from the house next to the Pokemon Center, I got 𝓢𝓞𝓒𝓘𝓐𝓛𝓢 the Eevee. While training, 𝓢𝓞𝓒 evolved. And you know what? It was pretty good. Look at that. My man is looking extra juiced up. At the gym, Linda was almost killed by whatever this thing is. You know, that right there was actually a warning from God. Basically telling me, Knightley, trust me, you are not ready for this gym. Turn back, train up some more, or you're going to lose majority of your Pokemon. So please, listen to me. And I was like, no. So, when it was time for gym battle, guess what happened? That's right. Both Linda and Gabriel died. Linda was with me from the very start. She helped me out so much. But because of my sheer patheticness, she's also dead. I won the battle. But at what cost? Alright, David. You're up. Anyway, I beat Barry for the 3rd consecutive time. Past Solaceon Town in the tall grass, I caught Apollo the Scyther. And yes, it's a she. Moving forward at Route 215, I caught Chad the Marrow. You know, I think I'm getting the hang of Nuzlocke mode. So you know what that means, right? You know what it means when you're getting the hang of Nuzlocke mode. You know what happens. That's right. Shit happens. Pure shit. Because on my way to the next town, I fought these 2 random trainers and unfortunately, I lost 𝓢𝓞𝓒 in the process. That was a crushing blow. 𝓢𝓞𝓒's death was the final nail in the coffin. Majority of my Pokemon are dying to the most random trainers. If this continues, I'm going to lose all of my Pokemons before the freaking final gym. So, it's time to take things seriously. It's time to do some serious grinding. It's time to do some super duper hyper grinding session. But before that, I'm gonna have to do some stuff. At Solaceon Ruins, I got a Thunderstone. I used it on Elena, thus obtaining a Jolteon. After giving away 𝓢𝓞𝓒 to the arms of the angel, a spot was left empty. So, Chad the Marrow stepped up to take the initial position. In regards to grinding, Blaze evolved into Infernape, and my man Chad he evolved into 𝓢𝓞𝓒. After an entire 4 hours of playing, I got all my Pokemons to a level that I was happy with. Before moving forward, I used the Explorer kit and went underground. I honestly didn't even know you could actually do this in Pokemon. While mining, I got a fossil. Who knows? I might add a dinosaur to my team. After that, it was time for a gym battle. All of the training came in real handy, not gonna lie. Thus, I obtained my 4th badge with absolute ease. Before moving forward, me and Dawn took down some galactic grunts. After that, I finally reached Pastoria City. Before entering the gym, Barry challenged me to a fight. During the fight, David almost lost his life to Barry's Staravia. But nevertheless, I achieved victory. After that, it was time for Crusher Wake. I put David up against his Gyarados, but things didn't go as I planned. So, I sent out Elena, and the same thing happened. In a moment of pure desperation, I sent out Chad. And Chad, being the Chad he is, successfully managed to take out Gyarados. But when it came down to his Floatzel, yeah, Chad was beaten to a pulp. Also didn't stop there. At this point, hope was running thin. Is this it? Is this what awaits me? Training up my Pokemon, only to lose them afterwards? Just as I was about to admit defeat. With an amazing thunder, Elena won the fight, as well as my heart. Apollo took care of his Quagsire, and thus I won my 5th badge. To fill up Chad's spot, I chose Dove the Bibarel I caught on my way to Pastoria City. After the ordeal, while talking to Wake, Galactic Loser sets off a bomb somewhere, somehow. After finally catching the Galactic Grunt and beating him, I once again met Cynthia. Cynthia turned me into her errand boy by telling me to deliver a charm to her grandma in Celestic Town. But on my way, something tragic happened. Elena was poisoned and sadly lost her life in the process. Rest in peace, Elena. But of course, I don't have time to mourn. Not here. Not now. To make up for Elena's death, Albert the Carnados was born. Before moving forward, we have to address the elephant in the room. Look at my Pokemon. Hey, look at my team. They all share something in common. Do you know what that is? Let me tell you. All of my Pokemon share the same weakness, water type. How? Well, you see, majority of water type Pokemon knows at least one ice move, which is in this case, Blaze is weak against water, Albert is weak to both water and ice, David is weak to ice, Drogon is super weak to ice, and Apollo is also weak to ice. So, if we come across a strong water type Pokemon, for example Gyarados, that Pokemon possesses the strength and power to wipe out every single one of my Pokemon, which is not beautiful. So, it's time to add a new member to the team. Someone who can handle water type Pokemon. Someone who will be able to deal with them while others step back into safety. And then my attention was grabbed by a certain unusual individual. Moxie the Porygon. Porygons are one of, if not the most underrated Pokemon out there. He's a normal type, which makes him only weak to fighting type, and the man can learn a variety of moves. Like, look at this, are you serious? So I had to send off Apollo for Moxie, which in my opinion is alright, because Pokemon Nuzlocke is all about sacrifices. Maybe. At level 30, Albert evolved to Rampardos. I also leveled up both Albert and Moxie on par with others. After that, in the ruins of Celestic Town, I met Cyrus. Like a typical Pokemon villain, he began to unfold all of his sinister plans to literal strangers. Just as I was about to fall asleep, I heard the battle music, and here we go. Blaze came in clutch for Sneasel, David dealt with Golbat, and Murkrow was beaten to a pulp by Drogon. After giving the charm to Grandma, at Route 218, I caught Alaria the Gastrodon. Eventually, I reached Canalave City and beat Barry with minimum effort. I also trained up my Pokemon at Iron Island. But now it's time for gym battle. Byron is Rourke's father and uses Steel/Ground type Pokemons. His first Pokemon was Magneton. Blaze went beast mode on it. But when it came down to his Steelix, Steelix nearly killed Moxie, but David came in clutch and won the fight. Next fight was between Albert the headbutting dinosaur and Bastardon the walking tank. But unfortunately for the walking tank, my dinosaur knew surf, and thus I won my 6th badge. After the battle, while having a good time, Galactic Scumbag sets off another bomb at Lake Valor. At the lake, I was demoralized by the sight of all those poor Magikarp flopping on the floor. Inside the cave, I beat Commander Saturn, and at another lake, I beat Mars. After that, I made my way to Snow Point, where Barry proceeds to call me slow. That's going to bite you back, Barry. Mark my words. Anyway, the next fight is between me and Candice. She uses Ice-type Pokemons, and unfortunately for her, I got Blaze. All of her Pokemon, Sneasel, Piloswine, Forslash, and even her Abomasnow succumbed to the fury of Blaze the Monkey King, and thus Knightley has acquired the 7th badge. Anyway, after that, I saw a scene happen between Jupiter and Barry. She calls him weak and leave. But before leaving, she came to me and told me that they are doing a top secret mission in Veilstone City. You know, I am starting to think that these notable individuals does not understand the concept of top secret. After that, at the HQ, Cyrus once again does his favorite thing, giving long, boring speeches. After beating Cyrus for the second last time, I released the Lake Pokemon. And one more thing happened. Drogon actually evolved at the Mount Coronet Cave, and oh my god, look at my big man right here. I fought Mars and Jupiter with Barry. How did he even find us here in the first place? But then, all of a sudden, everything just went south. I mean, what the hell is this? Some sort of sacrificial ring? Giratina appears, gives me a jump scare, and leaves. Now, a 10-year-old child is stuck in the Pokemon version of hell. The lake Pokemons are telling me to push boulders in giant pits. And then Cyrus is having a debate with Cynthia about world extinction. Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see the fight of the century. Cynthia, the champion of Sinnoh, versus Cyrus, the leader of... Oh. Yeah, never mind. Moxie one-shotted Gyarados and Honchkrow, Blaze one-shotted his Sneasel, and Albert one-shotted his Crobat. After that, Giratina shows up and I Master Ball it. Listen, I am really not interested in this part of the story because the whole Team Galactic stuff is a part of Lucas's story. Yes, that's his name, Lucas. But this is Knightley's journey across the horizon. Anyway, now it's time for Wagner's gym battle. The final gym. Wagner is supposed to be one of the strongest gym leader in Sinnoh, but unfortunately for him, Drogon is with me. His Jolteon hits the dust in front of Drogon, and Blaze proceeds to burn Luxray alive. Drogon also easily killed his Electivire and Raichu, and just like that, I acquired the 8th badge. Now, it's time for the final showdown. The Elite Four. After trekking through an entire ocean, I finally reached the entrance of the Pokemon League. Now, there's no turning back. But I didn't know that a tragedy was right around the corner. Because while fighting this ace trainer, David was hit with a bunch of rocks. And yeah, I hatched the man from an egg. I cared for him till the very end. But now he's nothing but history. Rest in peace, David. Thank you for your service. Tragedy happens. But I can't turn back now. Not now. There it is. There it is. The Elite Four. But before going in, I needed a team that can take the full force of the Elite Four. Because the Elite Four of Pokemon Platinum is pretty tough, if you know what I mean. I first sent my friend Doof on an amazing vacation because, let's be honest, without this man, we wouldn't be here. To build a powerful team, I need a variety of Pokemon that can learn a variety of different types of moves. And while looking, that's when I noticed a crucial member. I noticed Phantom the Duskull. To take on the Elite Four, you need a team of elite of your own. And let's just say, I got it. Phantom, the Ghost type. Known to send shivers down the hearts of the bravest of men. Albert, you get in his way, you are dead. Drogon, literally called a pseudo-legendary. What more do you want to hear? Moxie, don't you dare underestimate him. This man has no feelings, and with no feelings comes no mercy. Blaze, inspired from the Monkey King himself. Whenever I send him to battle, he comes back victorious. Alaria, once she sets her eyes on you, you are dead meat. I call them the Unstoppables. I fought Barry for the last time before going in, and obviously I won. But now it's time for the Elite Four. The first member is Aaron. He specializes in bug types. His first Pokemon is Yanmega, and I send out Albert. Yanmega is strong, but in front of Albert, he is nothing. His next Pokemon is Scizor. Blaze, I put my trust in you. The next Pokemon he chose was Drapion, one of his strongest Pokemon. And I chose Alaria with an amazing Earthquake. Alaria achieves victory. His next Pokemon is Heracross. Show the world what you're capable of, Blaze. Vespiquen, Aaron's trump card. I think not. First member out. Next is Bertha, who specializes in ground type. Drogon started the fight with Stealth Rock. Her first Pokemon was Whiscash, but Drogon does not care. Alaria kills both her Gliscor and Hippowdon, but against her Golem, Phantom took a heavy blow, but he is fine. Drogon was not happy about it. Her final Pokemon was Rhyperior, and Moxie once again proved his worth. Second member out. Now for the third. Flint uses Fire-type Pokemons, but it mattered little to Drogon. Alaria lands the final KO on Infernape, and the third member is out. Now for the final member, Lucian, a Psychic Master. Drogon made quick work of his Mr. Mime and Espeon. Blaze one-shots his Bronzong, and Drogon one-shots his Alakazam. But Phantom was once again beaten to a pulp. But like always, Drogon was there to assist him. And the final member of the Elite Four is out. But now the real war begins. Everything has led to this one moment. Cynthia, the strongest of the strongest. When water meets fire, when beauty meets power. But today everything changes. Her first Pokemon is Spiritomb. It is a Pokemon with no weakness, but Alaria simply didn't care. With an amazing demonstration of power, she took out Spiritomb. Blaze nearly kills Roserade, But then, when I said Blaze always comes out victorious, I mean it. Her next Pokemon was Milotic. Moxie was ready. Or so I thought. Rest in peace, King. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. Milotic didn't stop there. Phantom tried his very best, and in the end, it paid off. Her next Pokemon was Lucario. Alaria had no problem taking the man down. Her next Pokemon was Garchomp, her most strongest Pokemon. This Pokemon is literally known to wipe out teams of Pokemon with minimum effort. He almost killed Alaria, but Alaria was a tough one. But her Togekiss showed no remorse against Albert. But unfortunately for Togekiss, 𝓢𝓞𝓒 was pissed. 𝓢𝓞𝓒 lands the final hit and... there we go. I finally beat Cynthia. I recorded my name in the Hall of Fame. But as it showcased my Pokemon, I realized something. Throughout the journey, if it wasn't for my Pokemon, I wouldn't be here. But at the end of the day, this is just a game. But what if this had more resemblance to real life? How? Well, how about we look at it this way? All of my Pokemons are like my friends and family. And like I said, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. But at the end of the day, it was me who had to go around the map looking for the appropriate TM, HMs and items to help me win the battle. So what does that mean? It means your friends and family, they can help you. But at the end of the day, you're gonna have to deal with your problems on your own. Life is going to constantly try its best to beat you to a pulp. And it doesn't matter whether you're a boy or a girl. We're all humans and sometimes we're just at our lowest point in life. But if you stand down, that's it. Everything ends. Listen, there are many teenagers out there who are suffering through something, Either you've done something wrong and you're ashamed of admitting the truth. We all make mistakes. We're not gods, okay? We are simple human beings and one day we're going to die. And we have no idea when. So what I'm trying to say is, it's okay to be weak. But it is not okay to stay weak. Eventually, you're gonna have to get stronger. But trust me, in your time of need, don't expect someone to come and save your ass. Because that's not how real life works.